Hello everyone, welcome back to another edition of Wordle with Art. Today we're going to solve Wordle number 716 for Monday, June 5th. As soon as I'm done with the Wordle solve, I'll give you guys a nice update on the team competition. So let's go ahead and see how Art can do for his team few for today's Wordle. Yesterday everybody did amazing with Beast. I was very impressed, especially us Slaters. I think most of us got it in two. We have a yellow E. I think the best way to go here would be defer. It tests the E in two critical locations, and we also immediately test out an ER trap. So yeah, I think it's a decent word. So let's try defer. Absolutely horrendous. Ugh. All right. Absolutely horrendous. So the E, and we didn't even pin down the E. We know there's only one. It's either first or third. I mean, we can quickly check to see what could come up first. The last E word I can remember was ethic. Are we due for one? It's hard to say. It's hard to say. I really don't see anything. You know, the closest thing I see would be evict, but we don't have the C, or sorry, we don't have the T. Oh, shoot. Oh, goodness gracious me. Now, this brings back fond memories. Oh, my goodness gracious me. That brings back some fond memories when we did our challenge back in April. Man, the only thing I'm concerned, it's actually it's not bad because it gets the O and the I, and I mean, the E is most likely, it has to have some companions, right? I mean, it could be in the middle of the word and you'd have two consonants on either side. So we'll look at that. But that would be, oh shoot, I'm not sure if emoji, I mean, I know we've not had it, that's for sure. I just don't know if it would be a plausible answer. I mean, we did have email. All right, so that is interesting. And I think that's pretty much all it would be if it began. Okay, that would be a good one. Okay. All right, but now let's go ahead and try the slightly more plausible case here. Where the E is dead center. So I can already see some annoying issues where it could be like a CH word. Yeah, but I don't know. There's not too many, actually. There's Chevy. I don't know if the car would be available as an answer. There is Chewy. For some reason, maybe in the chatter months ago, I could have remembered that Chewy is not one of the words, so maybe I'll hold off on that. You know, we don't have to worry about cheap because we lost the A. Okay, but that's just assuming that it's CH. I mean, there could be so many other things, right? Could be like here's another option. It could be something like a IE word, maybe. So it's not wield or yield. So maybe getting rid of that D was pretty good. I mean, the more I think, I don't know if the thing is, if I guess emoji and I miss it, then will I be, would that be enough to help me at least get the 4? I'll get, I would get rid of hopefully the 2 vowels, and then I could just concentrate on what this other word could be. So yeah, I'll go with emoji. Oof, holy are you kidding me? I actually think I know what it is. I'm going to be so disappointed, though, if emoji's not on the list. I think it's ennui. Oh, man. Yeah, ennui. Oh, my goodness. Well, at least I didn't waste a tremendous amount of time. I don't think that was a terrible result for Team Few. I really don't. And, guys, do let me know if emoji is in the list. But, of course, it doesn't really matter anymore, right, guys? Because she has opened the floodgates, and we now know that words that were not originally on the Josh Wordle list are fair game, right? And two teams are literally based off of those words, namely guano and snafu. So I don't know. I'm not like incredibly disappointed with today's result. And I'm glad that I didn't waste too much time. Yeah, I don't know. It's maybe like a 4.5 minute solve. All right, guys. So not a complete disaster. We'll see how people do on that. It's an unusual structure, though. There's no denying that. And it's very vowel laden, as it should be since it's a French word. All right. So let's get rid of this and talk about the results. Okay. So as you guys know, we threw out Jazzy, so I did not even bother tabulating them. So we're going to go straight for June 2nd's word, which was humid. Okay. And here are the results. So what I did is I organized everybody by the 4 teams, and I put the guesses in so that you can see everybody's guess, not by name, but just, the value. And I put them from low to high so that you can see, sort of the distribution and the range. And here we go. So Team Guano came in first with a 3.36 average. Team Few came just a tick behind with 3.38. ER Trap, a hefty amount behind with 3.58, and then Snafu a little bit further. So they did get themselves, I hate to say it, snafu, but you guys got yourself into a little bit of a snafu with humid. And I'm going to do the points slightly differently from the guys versus girls. We're going to, just to make it a little bit interesting, we're going to award 5 points for first place. So congratulations, Team Guano, on humid. You guys get 5 points. Second place will get 3 points. So good job, Team Few. Third place will get 1 point. So ER Trap, you got a point. And sadly, if you come in last, no points will be awarded. Okay? So there you have it. That is the result for humid. But remember, guys, I did promise you, since we got a little bit backlogged, that I would do the next day's result. And we have pretty much everybody from the next day's result, which was Nanny. That's June 3rd. And here we go. So I had a feeling as the results were coming in that Team Few was going to crush this, because look at that amazing 2. That is absolutely incredible. I am so sorry that I forget the player who did it. But it was kind of an interesting anecdote. They have an iguana, and so they started with Anol, and then that basically got them straight to Nanny. So that was awesome. And so, yeah, as you can see, Team Few came in first. We had a very impressive 3.92. That's like a full 1.5 I think, above the New York Times WordleBot average, which is incredible. Then in second, Guano. Boy, and I mean, that's a pretty distant second, right? 4.46. No offense, Guano, but, that's a pretty big gap. And then Snafu was very close, and this time they came in third with a 4.54, and then ER Trap, sorry guys, 5.08. So, it's interesting. I think those tough words are the ones that are going to create more of an uproar in the scores, whereas yesterday's word might be something a little bit more where they're very close together. And that's why I thought it'd be fun to introduce this point system so that you still get some points even for coming in close with second. So there you have it, and the points you can see listed. And so here's the deal, guys. As of the first 2 days, again, we don't count June 1st. The results are tied, okay, up to June 3rd with Nanny. And Guano and Team Few both have 8, because first and second, and then first and second. So we both have 8 points. And then Snafu and ER Trap each have 1. Okay, so it's pretty cool. The gaps are going to be greater, I guess, using this method, but there's absolutely no reason that Snafu and ER Trap are out of the game. All you guys need is just like a couple first and seconds, and for Guano and Few to come in third and fourth, and then bam, you guys could find yourselves in the lead. So I think it'll make this scoring a little bit interesting, and just this month will be super fun. Now, I do have to say, guys, we have to make sure that everybody participates. We don't want to withhold results, okay? That's not going to be fair. So if you had a terrible result and you even failed, that doesn't mean you should withhold from that day. So I don't know how I'm going to enforce that, but I'm going to probably say, hey, look, we have essentially about 14 people per team. One team is just one less, but we essentially have 14 people per team. So I'm kind of thinking that we have to have at least 12 people per team participating. I think that's fair. It allows maybe one person or 1 or 2 people who might be sick or something. But yeah, guys, we can't have it such that we just on a whim decide when we want to publish our results, right? That's kind of pretty close to cheating. All right, guys. Well, there you have it. I have no idea how Ennui is going to stack up. I don't think I let Team Few down, right, guys? But you might have thought, oh, Art, that emoji was a stupid guess. And, lay it on me. Maybe it was. But those were not terrible letters, and I immediately got Ennui. So we'll see. And I know that some of you will check Squirtle to see how it did. And with that in mind, guys, yes, I'll look forward to seeing you tomorrow with yet another edition of Wordle with Art.